Old games. I like them, and to be fair, you also probably do if you're watching this. New games come out faster than the speed of light, but every now and then it's nice to go back to something from a few years back. Being like me, I tend to prefer games from the N64 and GameCube era of consoles. So that would presumably make me a retro gamer, seeing as the N64 came out in 1996 or 97 for us Europeans. Now, I think we can all agree that something from 1996 is retro by today's standards, but what about something newer? When does a game actually become retro? We've all been there, just thinking back at some game you used to play so much, and then you stop and actually think about when it came out, and then you get that anxiety feeling out of nowhere. Usually, you'd say something out loud to yourself like, "There's no way it came out then," or "I'm so old." And this might sound strange to some of you, seeing as I'm so young. Still, the more I found myself talking with people about games and such, the more I noticed just how fast time moves. For instance, Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out in 2008. That's 15 years, man. Like, it still boggles my mind that people born then are already teenagers. But back to Smash. I remember the launch date clearly even now, and then when I hear people nowadays talk about how they don't really know of any other Smash game than Ultimate and maybe Melee, sometimes it just hits me. Am I starting to get old? Am I almost dead? Will I end up looking like a dried up piece of some delicious grapes? Now, of course, I'm not old in the literal sense, but in the gaming world, yeah, I'd say so. Seeing as games have come so far since my birth up until now, just as an example. And I can only imagine how that must feel for people even older than me. Now, the word retro itself refers to something being older from the past, you could say. But not how old exactly. Though when it comes to retro games, I've seen a lot of different takes on this, but generally it seems like most people can agree that a game truly gains the also fascinating title of retro when it's at least 15 years old. So let's see here, going by that rule as a minimum, that would make the 7th gen retro by now. Ouch. So that means the Xbox 360, Wii, and PS3 era is officially retro. Still, I guess it's not really surprising, isn't it, considering the 360 came out in 2005 with the Wii and PS3 both in 2006. I suppose the shock factor is like this because around the 7th gen of consoles was when the differentiating factor between generations started to become less obvious. Even more so with 8th gen. Essentially, you could say the generations from 7th gen and onwards, graphics-wise, sort of became minor steps rather than full-on big upgrades. Still, the 7th gen of consoles had a big impact on my childhood as well, and I'd be lying if I didn't feel somewhat weird thinking of them as full-on retro consoles by now. I guess it's some weird psychological thing where years like 2008 always are just a few years ago to me. So, if that is what's retro by today's standards, then what does that make of even older consoles? Like the stuff I really grew up with. Should I just call the N64 super retro or ancient at this point? Now, jokes aside, I trust that everyone knows that the label retro isn't something bad. Just because a game is old, it doesn't mean it's worse than any newer game. And really, you can't say objectively what's a good or a bad game since everyone enjoys different things. However, one thing you can objectively give newer games is the step up in performance and graphical potential along with offering more ways to play. I'm just happy that retro games are being preserved more than ever, thanks to loads of different ways to play them, Switch Online, PS Now, Xbox literally supporting all of their older consoles on the Series X and S, and I suppose emulators as well. Although Nintendo doesn't like that last option too much. Still, the world of emulation is here to stay, no matter how much Nintendo tries to sue people for hosting their inaccessible games on websites. And as weird as it might sound, that is a good thing. Huge thanks for watching this short but fun little nostalgic video of mine. Please take a few seconds to support me by subscribing and liking the video. That's all for me, so I'll see you guys later. Bye!